President Trump announced a board of peace in October last year, which was supposed to help Gaza, and they're meeting on Thursday this week in Washington. So let's take a closer look at what the board is really about. In January this year, he signed a charter for something he calls the Board of Peace at the World Economic Forum in Davos, and positioned himself as the chair. It's supposed to oversee the ceasefire in Gaza, coordinate reconstruction, and maintain stability. On paper, it's a multinational body with a 2-year mandate from the UN Security Council, which voted in November last year to adopt Trump's 20-point plan as the framework for Gaza's post-war transition. But the charter doesn't actually mention Gaza, Israel, or Palestinians anywhere in the text. There's concern that this could expand well beyond Gaza into other conflicts, essentially creating a parallel system to the United Nations that answers to Trump alone. While the board will likely move faster than the consensus-driven United Nations, it will need to navigate common pitfalls of its donor-led coalition of the willing model. The question on many minds is now, will it work? Well, Trump insists that everybody wants to be part of this new body, but it may not be the massive success the president hopes it would be. Trump has invited dozens of countries to join this board of peace, yet only a handful have so far signed up. And the world's other major powers, traditional Western democracies, and most of the UN Security Council members outside of the US are either absent or refused outright. Countries that have joined the board include Argentina, Morocco, Vietnam, Pakistan, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, Hungary, Egypt, Turkey, Qatar, Jordan and Saudi Arabia. The UK hasn't joined. Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper says that it's a legal treaty that raises broader international issues. France explicitly cited concerns about sidelining the UN when it declined. Germany calls it incompatible with their constitution. For most governments that have declined, the worry is that the board could sideline the UN and further weaken the rules-based international order, the systems of treaties, institutions, and norms that have governed international relations since World War II. The board would also oversee a Gaza executive board, a Palestinian technocratic committee responsible for day-to-day governance, and an International Stabilization Force with a mandate that includes permanent disarmament. But here's where it gets interesting. Trump didn't just create a board, he created a club with a price tag. Member states serve 3-year terms, after which they must pay $1 billion for a permanent seat. That's the entry fee. And these funds are supposed to go towards Gaza reconstruction, but there's no independent oversight. Critics say that the structure is susceptible to corruption because Trump has sole control over spending, contracts, and which projects move forward. There's no transparency requirement and no independent audit process in the charter. The bigger issue is the concentration of power. Trump doesn't just chair the board. While president, he chairs it permanently, even after leaving office. He appoints members, he removes members, he decides which conflicts the board addresses and whether it expands beyond Gaza. Beneath Trump is an executive board of 7 people. There's Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, Steve Witkoff, the US Special Envoy to the Middle East. Then you've got Tony Blair, the former UK Prime Minister. Blair is divisive in the Middle East, largely because of his role in the 2003 invasion of Iraq. And here's the part that should really make you pause. There is no Palestinian representation on this board. The Board of Peace could be a genuine mechanism for stabilizing Gaza and getting aid to people who desperately need it. Or it could become another layer of politics that delays reconstruction and keeps Palestinians in limbo. One important lesson to take from previous cases of UN transitional administrations, ranging from East Timor to Kosovo, is balancing the top-down control with local leader involvement. Right now, Gaza's future depends on whether this board can deliver on its promises or whether it's just another experiment in international intervention.